can't begin to tell you what an honour this is. Everyone has heroes, and Shirin Ebadi is one of mine. She is one of the world's great jurists. She is one of the world's great champions of human rights, and as Gilbert said, one of the great public intellectuals of our time. I have the great good fortune of being the president of SOAS, and I've done that now for, I think, 10 years. It has been a privilege because SOAS is where the world meets. It's a wonderful university. It's a place, probably the most diverse college, I think, in the world, College of Higher Education. We have students from all over the world. And here, the great conversation of mankind takes place. Sometimes voices are raised in that conversation, but it's always challenging, interesting, it's always an exciting place to be. But tonight is special. Even in all the events that we have, it's special. Because the woman who sits before you is a truly special woman. This is a woman who qualified as a judge, studied in the 60s, became a lawyer, and went on to judicial appointment, sat as a judge in the courts in Iran. But following the revolution in 1979, I'm afraid conservative clerics insisted that Islam did not allow women to sit as judges. Of course, it's not quite the interpretation that Shirin Ebadi would put on it, but she was demoted from her post, was really demoted to really a clerical position. After a great argument with other lawyers and women judges, she was sort of translated upwards to be accepted as someone who had legal expertise. But it was only in 1993, after much battling, that she was able to practice as a lawyer and put all her commitment and passion to the service of perhaps the most disadvantaged in her society. She's lectured also on law extensively. She's played a key role in Iranian society. In 1997, she was very much involved in the election of the reformist president, President Khatami. She has, over the years, represented dissidents and the family of murdered intellectuals, murdered by extremist hardliners. She has been the voice for women and children within Iran. And she has paid the price. Incarceration, interrogation. And she has argued, perhaps more effectively than anyone I know, for an interpretation of Islam that is in harmony with equality and democracy. Not, she would say very strenuously, a religion that binds women, but it has been used selectively by some to cloister women and to take women out of public life. She believes that Iran will change, is in the process of changing, but will change from within. In 2003, Shirin Ebadi, for all her precious work on human rights, on championing democracy and the rule of law, was given the Nobel Prize. It was a day when my heart sang, and the hearts of many around the world sang, because it was recognition of someone with such courage, such strength of character, and such commitment that we could only marvel that she even existed. So tonight it is our pleasure and our honour that we have her in our midst. I've had the opportunity of meeting Shirin twice in the past, once when I was chairing the British Council and she came to London, I think about 2004. I then met her again only about a year, I think, or two ago, when we had an exhibition at the British Museum in which an exchange was made, and the great artefacts from Tehran came to be shown in an exhibition called Shah Abbas at the British Museum. And Shirin came at that time, and I was thrilled because she had just brought out her autobiography in which she, with great honesty, described the life that she'd had and some of the battles that she'd had to fight. But she tells that story with honesty and humility, and sometimes is harder on herself than she needs to be. Her new book is going to be published in April, a book which is a story really of suffering and life, which perhaps tells the story of modern Iran better than anything. And I hope that you will all buy that book and champion her accounts, because no one tells the story better than she. And so it is my great pleasure tonight to say that we have in our midst a woman who can only be described as a heroine, Shirin Ebadi.